Hey, Railbirds, welcome to the third annual Battle of the Bull. This is the 9-ball division. We are in stage 2, which is the final 32. Actually, we're down to the final 16 now. We have Fedor Gorst versus Duong, Quoc, Hoang. Hopefully I said that correctly. How did I do, Mark? Did I say it right?
Well, you've done it a lot better than I would have done it, so congratulations. You've done very, very well indeed.
Thank you. So I'm being joined by our guest commentator, Mark White. How you doing today, Mark? It's a pleasure to have you.
I'm doing great. Just back from a 3-week trip in the UK, back home in Thailand. So it's pretty late for me, actually, Kevin. It's coming up, well, it's just gone 2 a.m. for me. So I think it's about an 11-hour difference. I need a haircut, but I'm not going to go to the same hairstylist that Fedor's been to. That's a bit severe, isn't it?
All right, here we go. So we are in the single elimination stage. We're in the second round, so this is just knockout style. So loser of this will be eliminated. All right, 1 ball, 2 ball, 3 ball. No, 3 ball's going to stay up. But he's got a straight in shot in the 3, 4 balls right there. This is a good break to start with.
Fedor is one of those players that really has mastered this 9-ball break from the box. Controlled the white ball beautifully until it got kicked, but that sent the 2 ball in. And as you say, 3 to the purple 4. Pretty straightforward. And this is, for my money, the best technical player in the world at the moment. His fundamentals are second to none. Really reminds me of Steve Davis back in the 80s when Steve ruled snooker. He kind of, reinvented snooker, to be honest, for about 10 years. And who's to say this young man can't do the same thing as well? Fundamentals are just sublime.
Yeah, for my money, I would say Fedor is the best all-around player. That's rotation games, one pocket, bank pull. He's fantastic at all of the games. So as far as all-around player goes, I would say Fedor gets my vote.
Yeah, and of course, just coming off the back of winning the one pocket event here in the Wolf's Den.
Yeah, we are coming at you live from the Wolf's Den here in Roanoke, Virginia. For those of you watching from outside of the U.S., Virginia, that's in the eastern part of the country. Near the coast, very humid, which might have an effect on the tables.
And sometimes this man plays like he's from another planet as well. He hasn't got the nickname the Martian for nothing.
Yeah, that's a pretty cool nickname. I like it.
Over 40 years old now. Without a doubt, Vietnam's #1 player. Hotbed of Q Sports. So many great players now coming through the ranks in Vietnam. Lots of new clubs opening every week, some with 50 and 60 tables in. I believe there's one opened there just recently with 75 tables. Just glad I'm not the one that has to clean them all.
I think they have those little Roomba, automatic vacuum cleaners for pool tables now.
Yes, we're being replaced, Kevin. There'll be an AI man sat where I'm sitting soon, I would imagine. Hopefully not until I'm long gone, but you never know.
Yep, AI is after all of our jobs. We're going to have AI commentators, and before you know it, we're going to have AI pool players too. It's just going to be all AI.
I want to see an AI come up with a good pun. That's what I want to see. I think we're safe for a little while.
How's the speed? How's the speed? Okay. Not great, but okay. The reason I say
Looking
okay
at
is...
what kind of... Yeah, he's going to get a little flick, isn't he, off of the 8 ball here. Maybe end up playing the 8 into the top left, Kevin. Just having a look at the angle he's going to come off that 8 at. Just has to be a little bit careful here.
Well, he's drawing. He might be able to miss the 8.
Oh, yeah, certainly did. Played it well, didn't he? So Fedor starting off with that great break. He was straight in on the 3 ball. I was singing his praises about how good he is technically. Ended up rattling the 3 ball, and this is the result. The Martian is stealing the first rack from the Ghost. He's not afraid of the Ghost.
Nicely done. Take full advantage of that miss by Fedor. 1-0 in this race to 9.
Not had too much success, as much as you might think, Duong Quoc Hoang, but of course was part of the Reyes winning cup team last year. That's all going to change this year as it becomes the Asia against the rest of the world. So that's going to be very, very interesting. Did win the Jacoby Scottish Open back in 2024. Won the Vietnam Challenge of Champions as well in 2025. And national 10 ball champion this year as well in his home Vietnam.
Yeah, I'm excited
here.
I'm excited for the next Reyes Cup. Asia versus the world. That's some strong action. And who would have ever thought? I mean, we could conceivably have Shane Van Boening and Jason Shaw on the same team, or Shane Van Boening and Josh Filler on the same team. Who would have ever thought?
Yeah, I think it's a genius move, to be honest, by Matchroom. It's kind of what the fans have wanted, isn't it? For a long, long time, they wanted it.
Yes.
For the Mosconi, didn't they? They wanted the rest of the world against Europe, which, who knows, maybe that might even change in time to come.
Yeah, with Matchroom pulling the strings, they can do whatever they want, so who knows what they'll do in the future.
Yeah, I recognise that young man just walking past there. That was the brains behind, or one of the brains behind Digital Pool, wasn't it?
Oh, was that Zach Goldsmith that walked by?
It was Zach Goldsmith.
I know he is in attendance.
I know it was him because he had an iPad in his hand.
Yeah, he's running around rebooting tablets and fixing any technical issues that come up. So yeah, he's been keeping busy.
Yeah, this winner breaks format. This young man at the table now is more than capable of running 5, 6, 7, 8, maybe even 9 racks. We might not get to see Fedor again. Imagine that. It's happened before.
Yeah, and he just looks so smooth and calm and collected at the table, doesn't he? Very chill.
Yeah, expression never changes. You never know whether he's missed or made the ball, won or lost when he comes off the table. Doesn't speak a lot of English, but he's a very, very polite and nice young man.
Does he know the words, "I got lucky"?
No, that's the Filipinos.
Yeah, I know that's Filipinos, not Vietnamese, but usually if you're gonna learn a phrase in English, that'd be a good one to learn, I think.
Yeah, what a shot he's just played there, Kevin, to get on that 7. Just stroking the ball round majestically. Never mind the Martian, it's the majestic Martian. Looking to double his lead. Played that with a lot of left-hand spin to check the cue ball straight back down the table. It's finished nicely on this to play the 8 and the 9 into the same bottom right-hand corner. Draw across the face. Maybe a bit of right-hand spin as well, just to hold it off of that rail. Square up the angle.
Yeah, I'm really liking his demeanor at the table.
He's got a beautiful slow backswing as well. Watch this lovely backswing that he's got. Not hurried, little slight pause, and then pushes the cue through nice and smooth. Good stuff here from the Vietnamese. And there he is, look, man of the moment. He's nicking our scoreboard.
Yeah, what are you doing there, Zach? What's going on?
Well, gone are the days of the beads that they used to use around the tables. You used to see the players reaching up with their cue to slide along like the big ping pong ball kind of things. Now, I was told a little story the other day that the term giving 1 or 2 on the wire is where that came from, those wires. Well, I never knew that till the other day. Kevin, did you?
Yes, I did. As a matter of fact, I'm actually kind of surprised you didn't know that because you've been around pool for a few minutes. I was actually surprised you didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I was told by an American in my local pool room here. Always up for learning new phrases. I do love a phrase, Kevin. Don't be shy if you want to come up with a few.
All right. The Martian took full advantage of Fedor's miss, ran those out. Broken ran the next. Let's see if he can keep it going. 1 ball straight in the side. Is he going to have a shot on this 2? Is this 2 going to come around? Yes, it is. Look at this shot on the 2. Rest of the table
we'll
wide open.
Remove that Town Max rack, one of the sponsors. Another perfect break, Kevin.
Yeah, 3 ball in a slightly tricky spot. 4-8 is not, the 8's a little off angle from the 4 for the 4-8 combo, so there could be some sticky points in this rack. But for a player of the Martian's caliber, he should be able to handle it.
Well, I saw him warming up earlier on, and he played a similar shot to this. He kind of draw stun down to this back rail, lots of left-hand spin, and swing it in and out of the corner, back to the centre of the table. Well, it's just gone up and down on this one. Still work to do though, Kevin. 7 ball is big.
Yeah, and his main concern right now is that 4-8. Unless he can come all the way around for short side on the 4, which is, it kind of looked like that's what he was looking at. Looks like he was looking at playing short side on the 4.
Well, he's got options, hasn't he?
He has options.
He's got a possibility, a combo. He can play the carom. He can play short side, as you said. Just has to watch that 7 ball. I think he has the angle to come around the back of it, no problem. Just doesn't want to overhit it and hook himself behind the 8. So far, so good. Mind out the way, Mr. Martian. We can't see.
Wow.
Look at that for a shot.
How is that for
shot
speed
of the
control?
day. absolutely perfect. I think he's just got an angle as well to stun up past the 6 and 9.
Tell you, the more I watch him play, the more I'm becoming impressed. And he's just so calm about it, like, ho hum. Yeah, it was a good shot. Yeah.
Yeah, let's not forget as well, you know, these players do make it look very easy. We play Kevin, and we know how difficult this game is. What these players are doing now is just incredible standard, really is.
Yeah, he's come up a bit awkward on this 5. So I guess he used
still
up.
Play it. I think he can still play it to the top left and draw to the side rail, low right.
By the way, we are not playing foul on all balls. He was looking down to make sure his shirt wasn't touching. But had his shirt touched that 8, that would not have been a foul.
Interesting. I guess because no referees
And that
can't
was
really play that rule, can you?
yeah, and that was the reason given. That was, you know, when the announcement was made that yeah, because we don't have referees for every table, so cue ball fouls only.
Well, the Martian playing out of this world at the moment. Beautiful to
Indeed.
watch.
Very relaxing to watch. And I don't mean that he's a slow player. I mean, he's playing with a good pace. He just has such a calm demeanor about him.
Yeah, this is probably going to sound very bad when I say this, but he's the kind of player that I can watch and just fall asleep because he's just so lovely to watch, you know. He's just calming. He's got that, makes you have that feeling, you know, just all the anxiety and everything just leaves your body and you just watch in awe of the
mean that
beauty.
I mean that in the best way possible. Like ASMR for pool playing. All right. So far, Fedor broke, missed his opening shot, and he hasn't been to the table since then. Let's see how far the Martian can take this.
Yeah, maybe it's Fedor Gorst that's going to come down back to earth with a big bang. Eyes on the 8 and the 1.
One ball straight in the side. So you're going to have a shot on this too. Where's that cue ball?
He certainly is.
Look at this. Straight in on the 2. Even has the correct angle on the 2 to stun over for the 3. Wide open rack. We might be looking at 4-0.
Yeah, this is a real tester though, this. Close to that side rail. Digging down if he does play that shot. He's got options. 8 ball is very nicely situated for a possible combo or carom as well.
Yeah, this opening shot, this is probably the hardest shot of the rack because of the location of the proximity of the cue ball to the rail.
He's digging down. This has just doubled the difficulty for me. Oh, come off it. Stop it. Stop it, Duong Quoc Hoang.
He made that look easy, didn't he? So smooth.
Well, looking more and more like being a Ghostbuster, isn't he, with every single shot?
Oh, I like that one. Who are you going to call? The Martian.
Yeah. Who are you going to call? Duong Quoc Hoang.
So how did he get that nickname? Is it just because his play is out of this world, or is there more to it than that?
Well, I think it's, you know, like the Chinese and the Taiwanese have nicknames which resembles their appearance. So like, for example, Chow Che Yu, her real nickname in Taiwan is Big Eyes because she has big eyes. That's her nickname there. Big Lips as well for Wei Chi Chen. But I think the Martian came from his looks as well. I believe. I'm not saying he looks like a Martian because I've actually never seen a Martian, to be honest. So I don't know.
So therefore, a Martian can look like anything you want because no one knows what they actually look like.
Yes.
Oh, that ball didn't have to drop.
Yeah, it just got up slightly early on that one. Just has to... Don't get carried away with yourself in these situations. Still keep doing the same thing and do the things right as well. It's going to be one reverse dish and 3 break and runs.
The chat says he was abducted by aliens, and when he came back, his Fargo was over 800. Is there a waiting list for that alien ship? For nothing. This is all from Fedor's miss in that opening game, and I don't blame Fedor one bit for taking a break. He wants to try to slow him down any way he can.
Yeah. Feeling the pressure already, and he's only had 2 shots. Great match going on the table next to us. Kasper Matikainen from Finland is 7-7 with Jan van Lierop from Holland. That's been going on for some time now. Luca Fracasso-Werner has just started out against Greek Alex Kazakis. Kazakis has taken the opening 2 there. Victor Zelensky is 1 up against Po Cheng Quo. Johan Chua 4-3 down to Mad Max Lechner, I beg your pardon. Yu Lung Chang 3-0 up against Conrad Musician. Felix Vogel has just started out against his fellow countryman Moritz Neuhausen. Well, what a game that would be as well. And all these games are available to you guys. If you want to go to digitalpool.com, pay your fee. Kevin will tell you all about those kind of things. Kevin, I don't know much about that, to be honest.
Yeah, the link is in the description. If you use our link, you get $5 off the pay-per-view, and that gives you access to every match. You can watch every match live on every table, including the feature table, the main arena table. You get access to that as well. You can also go back and rewatch all the past matches. That's for the 9-ball and the 1 pocket, all for one low price. And the chat is asking about the numbers below the names. What did the numbers mean? Well, the 847 and the 811, that's their Fargo rate, which is just basically like their skill level. Higher numbers mean better. And the percentages, that's Fargo rate's estimation of the player's chance to win the match given the current score and their Fargo rate. And that percentage number will change throughout the match. But that percentage, that's just there kind of for fun. I wouldn't put too much weight on that.
Yeah, the only numbers that really matter is the 4 and the 0
right
at the moment. And it's been all Duong Quoc Hoang at the moment. Here he comes back from his break. He'll be looking to carry on where he left off has been absolutely flawless. From that miss on the 3 by Fedor Gorst in the opening rack, it's all been the Martian since. Last 16 straight knockout guys from here, remember.
All right, 1 ball down, 2 ball down. Action on the 9 ball. He's got to look at the 3, no direct pocket for it. This might be the end of his run.
Yeah, your luck has to run out at some point. He's had good looks at the lowest ball on every rack up until now. That would have really been final nail in the coffin there. Had that 9 ball gone in the side pocket, went very, very close, didn't it? So just a safety. So we are going to see Fedor Gorst get out of his chair.
Yeah, Fedor won the lag. He broke. He missed his opening shot and hasn't been back to the table yet. So this is his first time to return to the table since then, and he's going to be kicking or jumping.
Yeah, probably jumping.
Yeah, this is Fedor Gorst we're talking about. One of the best players in the world with the jump cue.
Don't be surprised if he makes this 3 ball, cue ball between the 9 and the rail and finishes perfect short side on the 4 ball into the bottom left-hand corner.
If that happens, I probably won't be surprised, but it would still be a great shot. All right, here we go. We are going airborne. Oh, nearly. Oh, is it in? It's in, and short side on the 4, just like you called it, Mark.
Yeah, I mean, the cue ball was just absolutely perfectly controlled. Okay, got a nice little flick off the 9 ball, but you wouldn't begrudge him that, and you wouldn't really begrudge him rattling the 3 and fluking that. One thing's for sure, the Martian isn't going to be jumping this one.
That is a surprise. I thought for sure he would cut this 4 in and come 2 rails out for the 5. I am shocked.
I think it's an indication of not only the score line, but the way he's feeling at the moment as well. Maybe not feeling confident enough. So putting a little bit more pressure. Would love ball in hand here, or something easier than the 4 that he's just refused.
All right, good decision by Fedor to play safe there. That does earn him ball in hand.
This match not over by any stretch of the imagination.
Absolutely not. This is winner break format, and just like the Martian ran 3.5 racks against Fedor, Fedor can return the favor at any time.
Pretty similar as well in their technique, aren't they?
Yeah, similar technique, but something tells me they didn't have the same coach.
No. Fedor, famously coached by the great Johan Racing, who led the Americans to Moscone Cup victory, you may remember.
Yeah, I'd love to get him back on our side.
Tyler Steyer, also another big advocate of Johann's coaching, as is Piers Labutis. They've all been spending quite a bit of time with the Dutchman recently. And I've heard there's a really nice interview with Johan Reisink and a guy called Mark White on his YouTube channel. If you'd like to check that out, guys, at some time. It gives you an in-depth look into the mind of the genius, Johan Reisink, not me, of course.
Yeah, absolutely. Everyone definitely check that out. Actually, you have several interviews on your channel, not just with Johan.
Yeah, I've been very fortunate to get to have some chats with some greats. Earl Strickland recently.
All right, Fedor finally puts a stop to the Martian show here. Finally gets a game back, 4-1 and breaking.
Has a great break of his own as well. Reigning US Open champion. Be looking to defend his title next week.
Look at this break. 1 ball down, 2 ball right near this side pocket. Open layout. Looks like pretty natural position from the 2 to the 3. Come 3 rails around. This could be another break and run.
A little bit thin though, isn't it? Don't you think? I mean, obviously he's going to take it on, but it's a little bit thin.
A little, yeah, but I think he'll handle it.
Big part of his pre-shot routine is staring at the angle of the pocket, commits it to memory.
Perfect. Nice shot. Yeah, that 2 was more difficult than it actually appeared on screen. Appeared on screen, it didn't appear that difficult, but that actually was a thin cut. That was not the easiest of shots to start with, but handled it. Perfect on the 3. The rest of this set up pretty nice for Fedor.
Just a bit of low right. Just a bit more to do here. This is the key shot. 5 to the 6. Straight up and down. Maybe a touch of right hand. Oh, he's come round the other side of the 8. Took it out of the equation. Very nicely done.
Yeah, but I'm definitely seeing what you mean about how they have the, kind of the similar mechanics, similar style at the table. Normally Fedor's, pretty chill at the table, but I think the Martian is out chilling him.
Yeah, I think temperament slightly different, maybe a little bit more emotion from Fedor, but actually in the mechanics I think they're pretty similar, and it's at the moment a case of anything you can do, I can do as well, because this is going to be 4-2 and it's just role reversed, isn't it?
Yeah, because Fedor, he's breaking great and running the ball, so that 4-0 lead that he had can evaporate in a hurry.
Yeah, and he's not just a genius on the table, he's very, very businesslike. Has great business acumen. He's got lots and lots going on outside of the sport. He knows that you're not going to be making big money forever, so he's preparing for the future. I think there's a whole new breed of pool players now. It's more like a business, isn't it, than it was back in the old days. It was kind of living tournament to tournament, maybe with the exception of Shane Van Boning, who it's quite common knowledge that he invested a lot of money in property as he was going along. But you don't see many wealthy pool players, but I think that's a thing of the past now, especially with the rise in prize money and the more tournaments as well that are going on.
And plus just a whole different mindset now, where it really took the Europeans to really show the Americans that, like, hey, you need to treat this like, a real thing, like a career, like a real sport with professional coaches and training, and, take it seriously. And, you don't just run to the, you don't just go to your local pool hall and just play some games and play whoever and expect to be, the best in the world. There's real serious training involved.
Yeah, and it starts, it's not just on the table either. It starts from the time you wake up in the morning, from the first thing, excuse me, that you put in your mouth for breakfast, and then you'll go for a run or to the gym or something. Then you'll go and do some drills on the table, and then it'll be maybe some more exercise in the afternoon and a light lunch, very, very healthy. Alcohol is kind of a thing of the past now, as far as these, I want to call them athletes now, because that's what they are.
Exactly.
The schedule is a very, very hard schedule. Sometimes you're playing at 9 in the morning. Sometimes you're playing at midnight and 1 a.m. the next morning. You never know when you're going to be playing, so you've always got to be fit and ready to go.
Uh-oh.
He was a bit unlucky there. Yeah, he was unlucky when the 2 dropped. He wanted that 2 to stay up, but it crept into the side pocket and left him nothing to do on the 3 ball. And he's caught the angle of the pocket there, and who knows, could cost him another 2 or 3 racks here.
Yeah, it was really like that whole European style of training, treating it more like the way athletes train, is really what it kind of woke up the Americans. And a lot of the Americans are following suit, but it was really the Europeans that led the way on that. Yeah,
this is very awkward. He has that bridge. I think he needs to move the bridge the other side of the 9 ball, to be honest. Just a little bit far. Too much Q overhang. It's about 15 inches of Q overhang here, and you want maybe 9 inches would be perfect. So just has to be very careful here.
Yeah, this is very touchy, very finicky. Oh, this looks perfect. Nice. You couldn't have placed that cue ball better with ball in hand.
Yeah, and he was thinking about maybe trying to hold the cue ball, but realised that it was too dangerous to try and do that. Decided to go up and down, and as you say, judged it to perfection. Just has to make sure he leaves himself kind of an angle going to the left as we look. Yeah, there. Off of this 5 ball when he plays the 5. So it looks like he's going to play it into the centre, the 5 ball. 5 o'clock on the cue ball there. Looks pretty good.
Looks pretty good to me too. Yeah, even got the right angle on this to bring the cue ball back up table. Yeah, and if the Martian's break, if his break is working, Fedor doesn't have to like it. How big is the deficit going to be the next time Fedor gets to the table? And in winter break, there's no guarantee that he will get to the table.
Now just has a nice angle here, can draw past the 8, play the 8 into the same pocket. And talking of 8, listen to this for a latest score. Chang Yu Lung is 8-0 up on Conrad Musician.
Wow.
So carrying on the form that he had in Florida, the Taiwanese, playing some great stuff. 8-0 over the pole.
That's impressive. And Conrad, I love watching Conrad play. He is, I really like his style of play. He's a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah, very talented left-hander. Reminds me a lot of Daniel Maciol as well, his Polish fellow countryman. 5-2 it is anyway, to Duong Quoc Hoang. Both playing at the top of their game. It seems one mistake costs them 2 or 3 racks, Kevin.
Yeah, and that's how you know these players are playing good. When a simple mistake costs you 2 or 3 games, that's how it should be.
Local favourite, Lucas Fracasso Werner. I actually had the privilege of playing Lucas at Jason Shaw's place.
Oh, nice.
In Connecticut when I was there a couple of years ago. He's going well. He's 3-2 up against Alex Kazakis. Victor Zelensky, another great pole that we've not heard too much from just recently, but he's 4-0 up on Po Cheng Kuo. Back to this one, 5-2 up. Duong Quoc Hoang breaking.
All right, let's watch that one ball. One ball straight in the side. Is he going to have a shot on this 2 ball? I don't think so. No shot at the 2.
Yeah, it's going to be a push out. And if you remember, back to the first game, or my first game earlier on actually, Shane Van Boney, remember the push out he played on a 2 ball, which went wrong.
All right, where do you push out to? The center of this bottom rail, maybe? Oh, over there by that left pocket, okay. Can't make it too difficult because he'll just give it back to you.
Yeah, if he does play it there, he's leaving Shane the possibility of playing a side-to-side 2 ball over behind the 4 and the cue ball. Kind of behind the 9, kind of behind the 4 rather. Maybe even push to a kick here, you know. Leave the one rail kick and stick, maybe. Yeah, I think he can kick and stick this.
Yeah, I think you're
Send the
right.
two ball away.
Well, I just got word. Conrad out 9-0.
Yeah, that's a great performance. It really is. From Duong. Got to the semis, remember, in Florida. Shane beat him.
Of that 9-0, I wonder how many of those were break-in runs. I wonder how many times Conrad got to the table during that.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to find out, actually.
Does it have the speed? Oh, I don't think so. I think that came up short.
Well, I could just hear Madonna playing in the background. And you know you've made it in life when you only ever need one name. If you say the name Fedor, everyone thinks of Fedor Gorst, don't they? Madonna, Sting. Who else can you think of? One name, famous people. Aussie.
Rest in peace. And Hulk also, rest in peace, Hulk Hogan. All right, Fedor. Is he gonna go forward 3 rails around? I think. I don't think he can come back. Okay, he is going forward, and oh, that looks perfect. Nice smooth shot. Perfect angle. Nicely done. Prince, Cher.
Yeah, all these players, they're pretty tactically strong. They know the angles, they know how to pot the balls. At the end of the day, it all comes down to delivering that cue through in a straight, smooth line, no snatching. Stroking the ball around. You very rarely see the great players hitting hard. All the power coming from the backswing and the follow through. The power comes after you've hit through the cue ball, not before. It's what makes the greats great.
Yeah, which sounds very counterintuitive.
Yeah, it does. It's why our brains play tricks with us, don't they? When we're trying to get more power, we think we have to hit it harder.
Elvis, another good example.
Oh, we're still playing that game, are we?
Oh, yeah. The chat's going to be playing that game for the rest of the match now, I think.
Why do you think I brought it up, Kevin?
Got
to keep them boys in the... Yeah.
Got to give us something to talk about when Fedor is down staring at a shot.
Really is good to have you with us, guys. We really do appreciate you. and it's really lovely to have you to subscribe and like the channel and hit that notification bell. Every time we go live, you'll be the first to know.
Yeah, Fedor is really taking his time working his way through this rack. Oops, I marked his score a little premature there, but he was really taking his time. I think he's really starting to feel the pressure.
In the all-German battle, Moritz Neuhausen up against young Felix Vogel. The score there for you Germans is 2-1. 2-1 in favour of the youngster Vogel.
I'm going to say, what'd you call me?
Well, Fedor may have the pause button on the back of his shirt, but he's pressed the play button for sure now, just trailing by 2 and looking good.
Yeah, why does he have a big pause button on the back of his shirt? What's with that? All right, here we go. Fedor with the break. Keep your eye on the 1. One ball straight in the side. Is he going to have a shot at this too?
Oh, he's not.
No.
It's a little bit dodgy to jump this as well, but well, will he be tempted? Not even thinking about the jump shot, or is he?
Yeah, good question.
Maybe push to a jump behind the 4 ball. Behind the 4 and 5, push to the jump there, maybe, is an option. With the 2 ball so close to the rail, it makes the jump that more difficult. Without a shot clock, can have a really good think about this. Try and put Duong Quoc Hoang under a little bit of pressure. There you see, trying to send the 2 ball over behind the 7, kick and stick.
All right, good solid hit. Is he going to leave a window? He has left a window. All right. I don't necessarily think the Martian is going to go for a bank, but he does have a good opportunity to play a safe right back at Fedor.
Yeah, the simple one. Put the 2 in the middle of this short rail where it says Battle of the Ball on your screens. Send the cue ball away.
Yeah, cue ball up table behind the 4-5 perhaps. Let's see what the Martian wants to do. Yeah, that's exactly what he's doing. How's the speed? Looks pretty darn good to me. Nice shot there from the Martian.
Pretty darn good to me as well. Pretty darn good. I'm learning to be an American as well.
Yeah, you sound just like one there.
Lots more action to bring you today, guys. And remember, the Duchess of Doom is going to be, well, Duchess of Boom Mike today. She's going to be. She's going to be in the commentary booth at 7 p.m. local time.
That's about 3 hours from now.
This is a really important hit, isn't it, this one?
Yeah, you don't want to be giving up ball in hand. The Martian would probably make pretty quick work of this. Be up 6-3 in breaking. Very important hit.
Well, it's not beyond the realms of possibility that he makes this 2-ball in the side pocket, hooks himself, jumps the 6-7 and makes the 3 and runs the table.
Yep, I think that's the most likely outcome. I think that's what's going to happen here.
If it does, I want an award. Oh, he's caught the 6. Can you believe it? Well, that's, well, for somebody of Fedor's class, that's unbelievable, that shot.
Yeah, I am shocked. All right, ball in hand for the Martian. Pretty open table. 6 ball is kind of hiding behind the 8 and 9. So position to the 6. It's going to be a little bit touchy.
You know, it's quite interesting that shot he's just played there, Kevin, because sometimes what can happen in your brain, you're so fixated on exactly where you want to hit that 2-ball that he's just forgotten about what's in the way trying to get there. Just total misjudgment. And that could be huge. Just gone slightly further than he wanted. Would like to have been drawing back off this 4 to play the 5 into the same pocket. But still no problem. Just has to reroute. Could still do it, no problem. So key shot coming up here. He'd love the cue ball where it is now.
Yeah, this is...
Has to really feel this one, doesn't he? It's very, very touchy. That's why he's looking at going the other route. That's the safer way of playing this shot.
It's the key shot of the game. Has he gone too far? He's gone too far. Yeah, I thought for sure he was going to stay to that left side rail. That seemed like the safer approach. He felt confident he could hit that gap between the 8-9, and speed control was off. He's got the jump cue. Nice. And perfect position on the 7.
Yeah, and it just goes to show, enhance what you said earlier, Kevin, about all the top players now are so good with a short stick. I mean, look at that. He's landed absolutely perfect right on the back of that 6 ball. Drawn back nicely on the 7. from what could have been a very dangerous position.
It's a great shot.
Turned the wrist over on that one a little bit though.
Yeah, let the cue ball get away a little on that one.
Yeah, I don't know if you can show that again. Just watch his back wrist. Watch his wrist. Oh, no, not really. Ah, terrific.
Handled it with ease.
Under pressure, under the rail.
Six to 3, inching a little bit closer to that finish line. Yeah, that was all comes down to that miss by Fedor. That was a really important hit for Fedor. Yeah, we knew that if he didn't get a hit, that the Martian was almost certainly going to run these out and be up 6 to 3 and breaking, and that is exactly what has happened.
Out on table 6, Captain America, South Dakota Kid, SVB, whatever you want to call him. He's just starting out against Jan van Lierop. That's available on digitalpool.com. Duc Tien Luong starting out against Aloysius Yap. Also, Johan Quoc 7-5 up against Max Lechner. Victor Zelensky now 7-2 up over Po Cheng Kuo. Duong Quoc Hoang to break off 2/3 of the way to the 9 he needs for a place in the quarterfinals. Once again, great break, and he's going to have a good look at the 2 ball as well. Okay, a bit of work to get to the 3, Kevin, but main objective
Yeah,
accomplished.
One ball in the side, 2 ball going to land right in front of this corner pocket. Even has a little bit of angle. 3 ball, as you say, going to be key here. If he can get this cue ball over near that left side pocket somewhere, he'll be okay. Oh. That surprised me.
Yeah, I thought he was going the other way. I thought he was stunning with left. Just under hit it slightly.
Yeah, it looks like he wants to slice at this, doesn't it?
Yeah, surely he's not going to take it on bridging like that. Must be going for the extension or something. There you saw a glimpse of Aloysius Yap, the man in form, previous runner-up in the US Open, to Carlo Biardo back in 2022, I think it was. Who knows? He could finally lift that trophy in New Jersey.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out what the Martian is looking at here. Is he looking at playing the billiard on the 7? Oh, he's cutting the 3. Wow, what a shot. Where's this cue ball going to end up? Is it going to end up behind the 9? No, good speed. Actually, that's really good speed. What a shot that was. What an incredible shot that is. Cuts the 3 in, never even touches the rail. Good speed on this cue ball.
Well, you say good speed. Reminds me of the saying that they use for when astronauts take off, Godspeed. And I wonder, on your several trips to the moon, have you come across a Martian that plays pool? There might even be one up there now, driving around on a rover.
Maybe that roadster that Elon Musk sent into space. All right, where's this cue ball going to end up?
I think Elon Musk is a Martian, if I'm honest.
I don't think you'd be alone in that opinion.
He's looking at the combo here, is he? Surely not. He's going to cut it to the side, isn't he?
He's just weighing his options.
To the side.
He's just trying on the different shots for size.
I'm just thinking the cut to the side is the easiest option, surely. Johan Chua, Bad Coy, has beaten Mad Max Lechner 9 racks to 5. Oh, what a shot.
Nice shot. Even better position. Nicely done from the Martian.
Terrific stuff from Duong, Quoc, Hoang. This 9 ball to be within 2 racks of the finish line. He leads Fedor Gorst 7 racks to 3.
Yeah, it's just kind of mesmerizing watching him play. I like watching him play. He's just has such a nice calmness about him when he plays. I like it.
Yeah, I just read a very interesting comment actually by Alexis Rest Ripo, who says Quoc turns into a beast when he's playing SVB or Fedor. That's very true. He's beaten Shane Van Boening, I believe, on 3 occasions in big tournaments.
Wow. Well, given the way he plays, I can see that. I'm very impressed with his play. One ball straight in the side. Where's this 2 ball going? Well, he's got to look at the 2. That's the good news.
He beat Shane at the Beijing Open, and he then beat Shane in the World Championships in Kielce in Poland when they were held there recently. So he certainly has the game to beat the big boys.
Yeah, I am not surprised. That 8-11 Fargo, that needs to be bumped up a little, I think. He did go for the bank. Nice shot. He's waving his hand in the air like he doesn't like it, but this position on the 3 is not bad. He can shoot this to the upper left corner, come 2 rails out, back to the middle, towards the middle for the 4.
Yeah, the song usually goes, put your hands in the air and wave them all about like you just don't care. But on this occasion, he does care. Just didn't quite get on the 3 how he envisaged. But he's still on this, chance to get to the 4 as well.
Yeah, nice. Couldn't have asked for better than that.
He's maybe just slightly off angle, so just has to hold the cue ball as soon as he can. Can't draw it back too far. Doesn't want to leave himself too acute on the 5. He's going forwards. He's thinking of going forwards. It's in between, isn't it? He just doesn't want to work too hard.
Yeah, one thing I like.
Hold it.
One thing I like about him is he shows you what he's thinking.
It ended up a lot straighter than it actually looked. Just a little draw back off this 5 ball, leave himself a little bit of distance away. Cuba will be heading over towards the 7 from the 6. Well, looking possibility of playing this 7 in the side, surely not.
That was what he was considering.
And still is. This is to get on the hill. Yeah, he may play this in the corner, is he? Is he playing this into the side at pace? It
Yeah.
looks horrible from here.
Yeah, he's going to shoot this with follow into the side, 1 rail across.
Oh, no problem.
All right. Break and run from the Martian. And still at the table. 8-3 on the hill and breaking. Fedor might not get back to the table this set. He may have shot his last shot this tournament.
Just incredible, isn't it? The way Duong Quoc Hoang has played. We all know he's very, very capable of playing great stuff. And he's done it against one of the best in the business. Right from the start, go all the way back. You know, you talk about a match flipping on just one shot. Well, it was the 3 ball, wasn't it, for Fedor Gorst? Great break in rack number 1. Had a straight in 3. Okay, it was long distance. Missed it. And it was all Duong Quoc Hoang from there, went 4-0 up. And it's been catch up for Gorst ever since.
Yeah, and then when the score was 5-3, when Fedor was kicking at that 2 ball, missed, gave him ball in hand, and I'm not sure that has he been to the table since then?
No. Yeah, he misjudged the kick, didn't he? Caught the 6 ball, gave ball in hand.
All right, 1 ball in the side, 2 ball. Okay, he's going to have a shot. Does the 3 ball pass the 6 to the corner? I don't think so. He may just roll this 2 in, come down to this right-hand side of the table, possibly forced to play a 3-6 combo. Let's see what the Martian has in mind.
At the moment, there's an alien on the table. 2. Little fly there or something. An unwanted visitor.
He's just delinting the immediate area.
He's looking at attacking here. Left hand spin on the cue ball. Cue ball just past the side pocket, side rail, short side, back where he is now actually.
Yeah, shooting with any kind of side spin at distance, very difficult to judge. He does it. How's this going to land? Pretty good. I'll say pretty good.
Yeah, lots that can go wrong with this shot though.
And not the least of which could be a scratch in the corner off the 9.
Yeah, my thoughts exactly, Kevin. Just get a nice safety, get the cue ball in behind the 9, send the 3 away to the side rail. Also has the 6 there. Well, he may be going for this. He's got the extension on the cue again.
After watching him play, nothing would surprise me at this point.
I mean, it's not dissimilar, is it, to the shot he played earlier on the 3 ball, if you remember, when he cut it in and went up and down. Not this time, though. Ducking in behind the 6.
Or just leave him on top of the 6.
What's he done there? I'm not sure that's what he played there. He's gone wrong. Fedor was out of his chair like a rat up a drain pipe.
He like had springs in his shoes. He leapt to his feet.
Could go for this. Can get to the left-hand side of the cue ball without awkward bridging. It's the last chance for Fedor. A lot of pressure on this shot.
Where's this going to end up?
That's what happens. That's what happens when you don't have much table time.
Exactly right.
You have to get. And all credit to Duong Quoc Hoang. He's kept the pressure on Fedor right from the start and hasn't eased up.
Yeah, he's kept him in his chair for most of the match, which definitely contributed to that miss on the 3. Plus the fact it was just not an easy shot.
Yeah, you certainly want an easier starter than that, don't you, when you've been frozen out for so long? Too hard. Well, he's been a Banks champion at Derby City.
Yeah, he is this year's champion. So I would definitely not be surprised to see him going for this bank. Nice. A little unfortunate to land on the rail.
There's the Fedor stoop. Getting down to the level, looking at the angle. Just has to stroke this one home. Looks like he might be digging down slightly.
Oh, nice stroke
Great
on
shot.
that one. I mean, that shot is hard to shoot under normal conditions, but when your opponent is on the hill and playing great and your tournament life is on the line on that one shot, I'd have a hard time even holding the cue stick myself.
You're in the right seat then, Kevin.
That's why I'm on this side of the camera.
Shane Van Boning taking a 3-rack lead over Jan van Lierop. Aloysius Schaap 3-1 down to another great Vietnamese player, Duc Tien Luong. Oh, he's overhit this. He's overhit this. Oh, he wanted to be straight in behind this. Now he's got to be careful. Just has to play this dead weight. Doesn't want the 7 going too far, Kevin. Maybe he can play cue ball off the rail and back over.
Yeah, this 7 ball could easily end up on that top rail up there, which of course Fedor is very aware of, and he'll make sure to bring the cue ball back out just in case.
No
Nice
problem.
shot.
Back in the game. 8-4. Still a mountain to climb though. Duong Quoc Hoang on the hill.
Yeah, this is... He's got quite a challenge ahead of him here. The Martian playing great. The smallest of mistake means you're out of this tournament.
Well, I often like to have a little look at the chat just to see what everyone's talking about, and they're all talking about cake at the moment for some reason. But I'm going to add my little slice of fancy in there, if you will. I love a bit of carrot cake with some butter icing. Very, very bad for you. But you're doing well in the chat tonight, guys. Give yourselves a Fargo of, I don't know, $7.50 for the chat tonight.
You had to. What size pockets did he just say? Did you hear?
4 1/4. 4 1/4.
4 1/4. Okay. There's been a lot of question about what size pockets we're playing on. And that's the first actual confirmation that I've heard that it actually is indeed 4 1/4. 1, 2, and 3 all down on the break. Just got to look at the 4 with the 5 ball hanging. One ball, 2 ball down, 3 ball in the side. With a 4-5 combo to get started with. Does that 6 pass the 7? I think it does. And of course, he made sure he had a shot on the 6 just in case that 4 followed the 5 in. How many times has that happened where the ball follows it in and, oh no, I don't have a shot now?
We often talk about Fedor being a great ambassador and a consummate professional. And, well, he hasn't gone for the shorts and T-shirt, has he? Looking as immaculate as ever.
Looking like a professional.
Yeah, Aloysius just going a little bit crazy with a pair of white trainers instead of black ones, but we don't mind that, Aloysius.
At least they're not like bright pink or something. That might be a bit distracting.
Nukioi turned up once with one pink trainer and one purple trainer at the same time.
He would. That seems like the kind of thing he would do.
Clawing it back, one ball by ball. That's all you can do.
It's all you can do. One game at a time, one shot at a time. Don't think about the deficit and score. Just think about the shot in front of you. Win the current game. It's all you can do.
Yeah, well, it was 8-3. Fedor hasn't played bad. Just 3 mistakes I can think of. One of them was a badly judged kick shot. But he's back to 8-5, breaking. He's certainly capable of putting together a little pack. He's just taking his glove off there for some reason. He's slipping out to go to the bathroom.
All right, we are on player break. Let's have a little look at the room here, see what we got going on.
Yeah, some scores from around the room. SVB carrying on the form. We saw him earlier in. 5-0 up now over Dutchman Jan van Lierop. Duc Tien Luong 3-1 up against Aloysius Yap. Felix Vogel 5-4 up over fellow countryman Moritz Neuhausen. Lucas Fracasso Werner 5-4 up over Alex Kazakis. They're all the latest scores for you guys. The Wolf's Den. Well, he's got to get himself a large glass of Coke. That was a big glass, wasn't it? He plans on being there for some time. He thinks he's going to be there for some time.
That's a big gulp.
Wouldn't surprise me if he has his own energy drink out very soon. What would you call it? If Fedor Gorst brought out an energy drink, what would you call it, guys? Enough talk about cake, we're talking energy drinks now.
I don't know. Would I buy a Fedor Gorst energy drink? I think I want a Naoyuki Oi energy drink.
I've thought of one. Here's a thought to get you started, guys. Fedor Gorst energy drink, okay? A red, white and blue ball.
What else you got?
Nothing.
All right, we'll get back to you.
I'll leave it to the chat. Oh, 9-ball close. Well, it's a dry break, Fedor Gorst. Can you believe it? But no shot on the one.
Crystal Light. That's not a bad name.
I think his fiancée could bring that one out, I think. That's more her style. She's nicknamed the Crystal, isn't she?
Yes. Trevor says just call it Rackham. Rackham energy drink.
Keep guessing, guys.
Yeah.
Keep coming up. We haven't found it yet.
Thrown a bunch at the wall, none of them have stuck yet.
What about the Moscone Mule? Oh, he's pushing to a jump. This is aggressive. This is aggressive. He says, there you go, Fedor. Get your short stick out if you fancy it.
He's daring one of the best jumpers in the world to a jump shot. Interesting strategy. And he passes it back.
He may kick at this and get the 9 on the move. I don't mind that either. Yeah, he's jumping. We could have a little bit of 9-ball action here, guys.
Yeah, we've seen him jump earlier. He's no stranger to the jump cue himself. Did get some 9-ball movement. Well, hasn't sold out a shot.
I think this is the first rack that we've had with more than a couple of visits each. There's a safety battle going to be going on now on this 1 ball.
That was thin. Wafer thin.
Yeah, not a happy man as he walks back to his chair. looking at playing a similar shot to Fedor. Quarter ball off the 1, in between the rail and the 7. Cue ball up behind the 4 and the 8. What about this for a shot? What about that for a shot?
I think he's got him frozen on the 4. That's a heck of a shot. And this one ball's hiding in here behind the 5. This is a super tough hit.
Well, that shot of the day for me. It's the best I've seen today. Terrific shot.
Yeah, that's the kind of safety that wins you tournaments. Do you even kick at this, or do you try to tie something up? I don't know what you could even tie up. He's in a bad spot.
You often see on highlight reels jump shots and full length of the table draw shots, but to me, that belongs on any highlight reel for me. And it even got a tap on the table from Fedor. And if you remember, earlier on it was a kick that he missed, which led to 3 racks in a row from Duong Quoc Hoang. Fedor this time cannot afford to miss. Three rails here, I think. Is he looking?
Yeah, he's top rail, that left rail coming in between the 3-9.
And he's got to hit it with enough power to get a rail as well, of course. So well, good luck, Fedor. That's all I can say on this one.
Yeah, this is... No way. No way. And a shot on the 2. And a shot on the 2.
I don't think so, has he? Well, they are the best 2 shots in a row I think I've ever seen. Certainly that I can recall right now. Just absolutely brilliant. What a shot from Duong Quoc Hoang, and what a return, what a reply from that man at the table. The genius Gorst. I think he's got to jump this, you know. He's got to jump it.
What a shot. Yeah, someone said that's an Efren shot. I concur. That's an Efren type level shot there.
Well, I think if Efren's watching now, he'll be saying, well, that's a Gorst shot, that is. I'm going to remember that one.
Right. What a shot. I want to watch that one more time.
Yeah, me too. Let's just replay this for the rest of the match. We'll keep our eyes on the score.
We'll just put it on loop. All right, here we go with the jump shot. Be nice if we had another camera angle, but sorry, we don't. Oh, we can see it didn't go. Where is it going to land? Behind the 9.
Fedor, that wasn't a great shot. The jump stick's going to come out again for Duong Quoc Hoang here.
So we've seen the Martian is pretty good with the jump cue himself. So if he can put this 2-ball down, he's going to have probably going to end up with a pretty good shot on this 3-9.
Well, we've all seen the Z shot from Efren.
Oh,
we just saw the G shot from Fedor Gorst.
The G shot.
Chance again then for Fedor. Coming round 3 rails, looking exactly where he wants to contact the 3rd rail. Heading towards the 3, and of course needs an angle on the 3 to get to the 4, which is slightly covered by the 8 ball, so it's not easy as it might first seem. This he's got to get right on this red 3.
No, you're absolutely right. This is not easy. And this is not the ideal angle.
JT, I like your idea, the energy drink name, the G shot. Why not call it the G spot? It hits the mark.
You had to go there, didn't you, Mark?
He's playing this carom onto the 8. That's okay, you can edit that out, Kevin. Oh, he's got it perfect.
Nice.
What a shot. Well, what a rack of pull. This has been rack number 14. Remember it.
This rack is, it's been the best rack of the tournament. Oh, get away from that 6. Ooh, did that table roll off a little in his favor?
I think it was just a side spin that he had on
That
it.
could
Maybe
be.
just deviated slightly.
But that was very close to going all wrong. Again, I paid too much money for my chair. I paid for the whole thing, but all I needed is the edge. I've been on the edge of my seat this whole match.
Yeah, this is box office stuff, isn't it? Well, not exactly to plan. He's going to have to take this maybe to the corner. Is he going in the side? If he takes it to the corner, he's got a lot of work to do with the cue ball.
Yeah, moving that 7 onto the rail does just adds that one little extra degree of difficulty.
Now this is where Fedor Gorst excels. He plays this shot so well. Probably hits this shot better than, well, most. Maybe Shane Van Bonen, another great proponent of this shot. Just seemed to time it so well. Smooth it in. He's not going anywhere just yet. Still very much in this. Shane Van Bonen on the hill against Jan van Lierop, 8-0. He leads. Aloysius Schaap 4-2 down. Moritz Neuhausen 6-5 down to Felix Vogel. Back to the 8-ball. Fedor Gorst needs these to get within 2.
Oh, wow.
Oh, caught that fin.
Bet his heart skipped a beat on that shot. Wow, what a rack that was. I think that was the rack of the tournament.
Yeah, there's so many great highlights in that. Let's have another look. I mean, the shot before that to lay the snooker was a fabulous shot. But then, what a reply from Gorst. The only thing missing from that was had he have jumped over that 9, made the 2 and ran out from there. That would have been the perfect rack of pull.
That would have been something. And not only that, but you darn near called it before he shot it.
You know, if you throw enough, some sticks.
And the broken clock is right twice a day, and even a blind squirrel finds a nut, all that stuff, right?
All those lovely little quotes and sayings. I love the origins of quotes as well. Anyway, that's for another time. Back to this. This is enthralling.
This is a great match. 1 ball in the side, 3 ball in the corner, 2 balls coming down. Is he going to have a shot in the 2? Yes, he is.
Look at this. 2 ball leads into the 4.
Wow, if he could break like this every time.
It should be 8-7. It should be 8-7, Kevin.
It should, as long as something silly doesn't happen. Wow, if you could break like this every time, wow, pool's an easy game, right?
You often find whoever's breaking well in tournaments does usually go on to win them. And that was probably the best break that we've seen so far today.
Chat room says he's going to make him shoot these?
Yeah, it's hard to see what can go wrong. 2 rails from this 4 back to, well, roughly where he is now would be fine.
Did you really just say what could possibly go wrong? Did you really just say that, Mark? You're really trying to push the that commentator's jinx, aren't you?
He can't hear me.
Ooh, got a little close to that 9 for comfort.
Yeah, I must say, I didn't expect him to come quite that far. Aloysius Schaap eyeing up another pot. He was trailing the last time I looked, 4-2. Jan van Lierop has taken his first rack against Shane van Boning. Shane's still on the hill though, at 8-1.
So no goose egg for him. Where's this cue ball going to land?
This has gone wrong. It's gone wrong. It's gone very wrong. Oh, Fedor. Yeah, and he overhit that 6 ball, you know.
Yeah,
and he's got that one completely wrong as well.
The adrenaline's starting to kick in. He had one too many of those G-Shot energy drinks.
I think that's our winner, actually, isn't it? G-Shot. What have we got for our winner, Kevin? free subscription to the Railbirds for a year. What about that?
For a year? I was thinking a month, but a year?
I mean, okay, he's got a safety shot here. But the trouble is, if you let your opponent back to the table, you just never know. You know, they can kick it in, as we saw earlier from Gorst. Cue ball down behind the 9, 7 ball over on the left-hand rail.
Although Ghost Juice isn't bad either. But I like G-Shot.
What was that ghost juice in Ghostbusters? What was it? That green? It was slime, wasn't it? Was it slime?
They just called it slime.
You can't have a drink called slime, I don't think.
Ooh.
Oh, he just avoided. Oh, look, this is on. This is on. It's on.
It is.
There's a gap, I think.
He's left it.
Well, jump around is playing in the background. There's no jumping around here, though. He's got a clear shot at this 7 ball. Can't do too much with a cue ball here. I think he's just going to have to take a more difficult 8. Just kind of hold the cue ball where the 7 is now. I think it's dead straight in.
Ectoplasm. That's what they called it in Ghostbusters.
Yeah, doesn't work for an energy drink though.
No.
Well, he's tried to do too much there. Oh, has he been lucky? He has, you know.
All right. He's got away with that a little bit.
I think Fedor's face says it all. I don't think it goes. Does go to the top left, but it's very risky.
How's the speed? He's got him. That'll do.
But we've seen these kicked in before. That's why, as a player, you don't want your opponent coming back to the table.
No,
Fedor
showed us why last game.
I mean, who can forget? This reminds me of the brilliant Josh Filler kick and stick in the Moscone Cup against Fedor Gorst. It was twice in a row. Stick the cue ball. I don't think it's possible on this particular shot, but it was on the 7 ball. This can go anywhere, including in a pocket.
Yeah, making a good hit, not difficult. The 7 is close to the rail, which makes it a big target. He's going with the jump.
I don't mind the jump. Try and bank it. Go attacking.
All right, he's got a good hit. Where's this going to end up? Is it going in? Is it going in?
It is.
It is going in. Wow, this match has had everything.
See, that's exactly what I mean. You just don't want your opponent coming back to the table because that kind of thing happens in 9-ball, doesn't it? It's why we love the game so much.
That's why you never want to turn over control of the table, because literally anything can happen.
Oh, what a shot. Oh, he's caught the 9-ball. It's not over yet. He's got a tricky little 9 into the side to win it, to knock out Fedor Gorst.
Yeah, he's been sitting the last couple of games, so we'll see if he can re-lubricate his arm to pocket this 9. This 9 for the match and to eliminate Fedor Gorst. And he gets it. Wow, what a match by the Martian. That was a fantastic show, that match. That was a good match, including that fantastic shot by Fedor. I'm sorry, I just want to see that shot by Fedor one more time. Oh, that was the wrong replay. Okay, let's watch this one again. This one wins it for him. That's okay, let's watch this one. This wins the match for him. That's a nice shot,
had the speed of the table perfect there. Give him the benefit of the doubt. But that goes to show, doesn't it? Don't forget, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, because we're going to be going live very, very soon. Thank you very much, Kevin Ross. I'm Mark White. See ya.
See you guys.